Hello, welcome back to Cars of Glasgow. Today we've got the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance. As you can see, it's got this fantastic red paint with the white interior and these 20-inch black warp alloy wheels. Now, special thanks to Tesla UK for loaning me this car for the week, see what it's like. And in this video I'm going to give you a quick tour of the vehicle exterior and interior, as well as a test drive, so stay tuned for this video. So you'll notice this is the facelift because we've got the slim headlights up front, and then being a performance model we do have functional air vents in the bumper here, so that it does have a front bumper that's different from the standard Model 3. Under the front bonnet here, or the fruit, we have 88 litres of boot space. This is lined in a durable plastic, which means you can put things like your charging cables in there, wet dog leads, whatever you may want. And we also have the screen wash top up there. Nothing else to see under here. Let's check out the rest of the car. So this car is fitted with the 20-inch performance alloy wheels with the Pirelli P0 tyres designed for this Model 3. Now the car is also equipped with adaptive dampers, which can be automatically adjusted as well as converted manually through the touchscreen inside. We do have thicker anti-roll bars as well as dual wishbone suspension up front and multi-link suspension in the rear. As we work our way along the rear of the car, you're going to notice we've got a little camera on the side here, a sleek wing mirror design with aerodynamic door handles, blind spot camera up on the side of the A-pillar, and a pretty aerodynamic overall silhouette of the vehicle. All Tesla Model 3s come with the glass panoramic roof. Now let's work our way around to the rear of the vehicle. Now, while we're in the rear of the car, this is where things get exciting and different from a regular Model 3. Now, you can tell this is a performance model because they've got a little carbon fibre spoiler up here on top of the boot lid, as well as the performance badge on the back that to me looks like a warp drive or something from a sci-fi movie. Now again, you're going to be able to tell this is a facelift model because we've got the new facelift taillights that we've seen on the Model 3 Highland earlier on in the year. And it also says Tesla spelled out on the back. Now let's open the boot and check the boot space. Now this is a saloon car, electronically opening, and we just have over 400 litres of boot space in the Tesla Model 3. It does go pretty far back. It is all carpet lined, and we do have little ducats down each side of the boot here to put extra bits of material. The boot floor lifts up and we do have even more storage underneath. As you can see, we've got the charging cables in this model, and it does go far back enough you could easily fold in something like golf clubs or big furniture. Nice squared off area, and the seats do fold. Now it is electronically closing, touch of a button, and that's going to close down. Now you may notice there are no visible parking sensors in the car, and that's because the Tesla cars use the cameras to kind of give you an infrared heat map when you're inside the vehicle. So it does mean on the front and rear of the 2024 Teslas there are no ultrasonic sensors on the exterior of the vehicle. So down on the bottom of the bumper we do have this little design here, which is a little bit more of an aerodynamic piece. It goes up and down at the sides, and it's something you're going to notice on the 2024 Performance model. So we'll step inside to the back of the Tesla Model 3. Now back here we do have an 8-inch touchscreen. I've got plenty of legroom, plenty of headroom with that glass panel there. There are no little map pockets in the back of the seats, it's just that plastic material. So for the centre armrest, you just pull it down on top of the headrest here. That slides down like so. We've got two cup holders here, they're rubberised, silver trim, black accent around it. There is no storage in the middle, but that's made of the same seat material like so, and there's no ski-through hatch like that, so you would need to fold that down individually with the touch of the buttons on the inside to split the seats down. And then we do have the child seat anchors up top here, and the cargo cover net actually is kind of soft touch as well. It's got a nice wee kind of fibre material to it that's soft. We do have USB chargers, and we do have a little bit of an air vent and a little bit of storage in the side of the door bins that are lined with a carpeted material. Electric windows all round, and good visibility of the greenhouse up front, but not too much else to say back here. So up front inside the Tesla we've got this 15-inch touchscreen. Everything's controlled through the touchscreen here. It's a very minimalist interior if you're unfamiliar with a Tesla vehicle. For the facelift we do no longer have stalks. The main thing to take away is we've got the indicators here on the left hand side of the steering wheel. It's down for left and up for right. We've got these little rotary knobs here that do various things, such as change the adaptive cruise control, change the radio station, or depending what subsetting you're in on the menu, you can change things like your mirrors and the reach and rake on the steering wheel. Now we do have a good visibility out front because the dash is quite low and far, and we can see the edge of the bonnet, which is a neat touch. And you'll notice this is a facelift on the interior is because all the material quality feels quite premium. We've got the mood lighting in here, which you can touch through the screen. So at a touch of a button, I'm able to choose and customize any colour I want. You can see it's going from a blue colour right through to a red. So it's quite impressive. You're able to choose really anything you want. We do have 2 phone chargers here, which have got a little bit of felt there so nothing's going to rattle around. Decent size storage in there with a 12-volt power outlet. And we also have 2 cup holders in here, as well as more storage in here lined with the fuzzy stuff. And it's worth noting we do have a glove box now. The glove box is controlled through the touchscreen, so a touch of a button here. It's softly damped and it is lined with the fuzzy stuff. It's quite shallow and narrow, but you could probably get like a document or something like that inside there. Now it's worth mentioning, this being the performance model, we do have the white seats with the performance badge on the back of the seat on the driver and passenger side. They are one piece with the headrest all built into it and these side bolstering here. Alright, so we're driving the Tesla Model 3, so slide it forward for drive and here we go. Still takes me a second to get used to the indicators on the steering wheel, just because a couple of times I've been going for the stock. Now, I have noticed this car rides a little bit firmer than the standard long-range model that I drove during summer. Don't know if that's due to the wheels or the adaptive suspension, but yeah, let me get it into standard ride and handling just to make it a little bit more comfortable out on the roads, because as we all know, UK roads are atrocious. Now at low speeds this car performs admirably. Do know it's got good visibility out front, ideal for town and city driving, and I think if you're looking for a car to do the whole A to B commuting thing, it does a good job of that. You've got good sight lines, good greenhouse all around, very good technology inside the car, and you get great range and great performance. Now that brings me on to the question of the Model 3 performance. This car's riding on the Pilot Sport wheels, which when I accelerate onto motorways, I did notice yesterday a little bit of wheel spin just accelerating up to 60. Now it is -2 yesterday when I was driving, so it could be the fact that the rubber's cool and the asphalt on the tarmac is cool as well, but I wasn't expecting that because it's quite fun to compare a 2021 Model 3 that my friend Mark has with this model just back to back. This car does feel more refined. I think it's quieter inside with the double pane glass, for example. And doing the same route back to back, his Model 3 did feel faster, but we did kind of work out together, maybe it's because you're hearing more from the outside and it's maybe a touch less refined and that's why it feels faster, whereas this car should be just as fast, being that 3.1 to 60. Now for anybody curious, this car does have 460 brake horsepower versus 510 in the US cars, and that is due to the batteries that they use in both models because they're built in different factories. I think one's LG and one's Panasonic. I just thought that's an interesting, differentiator between the models. I would have the car in standard mode to drive around town. Now that insane mode, let's give it a. It does have a good get up and go. It's not as kind of in your face instantaneous that I had from the Tesla, the MG Cyberster I drove, and I felt like that really pushed you back, and that was also 510 horsepower for 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds from the top of my head memory of that. So yeah, it's quite a sort of big pothole here. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. These roads. There we go. Now, some of the pros of this car is I've really appreciated the heating in it. It's probably one of the better cars I've managed to get in, and you turn the heated seat on or the climate on and it heats up really quickly. Even in comparison to any electric or ICE car, the heating in this car is really top notch. I feel like it takes seconds, and maybe not seconds, but like 30 seconds or something, and a bit of warm air's coming through in the seats and the steering wheel are heating up. So that's quite a good plus for the Tesla. Sound system as well in the performance model, I did have that on a couple of times while testing, and it does sound good as well. It's got good bass to it, and that is a little bit of a recommendation as well. If you like your music, it does have a good sound system. It is Tesla's own in-house sound system, but
yeah, it does sound quite good as well.
So I just want to say thank you very much for watching this video on the Tesla Model 3 performance. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to Cars of Glasgow below. A special thanks to Tesla UK for loaning this vehicle, and I will see you next video. Ciao.